The Joe Rogan Experience.
We need the aliens.
We need the aliens.
We need them to come down.
We
They
need
have
the
to come
aliens.
down and they have to just go, listen, you guys are just fucked. You're not going to sort this out. Stop.
We need someone from another planet to come
Yeah.
and be like, this is the truth. Stop denying it. Don't talk your way around
What do
it.
you think would happen? Like, imagine if Russia moves nukes into Belarus, right? Which is supposedly happening. And then one day there's some sort of a critical exchange. And they go, that's it. That's enough. And they just, a giant ship hovering over the battlefield where everybody's like, holy fuck. And you realize that this thing is from another planet. It sends out a bunch of satellite ships, and they come down, and these things get out.
It's not far from reality.
Would you do it that way if you were an alien, or would you force these dummies to create artificial intelligence that eventually takes them over? Would you conquer them that way? If you looked at these, like imagine, like I just want to think about it this way. Imagine if we went to some sort of a jungle and someone had given the chimpanzees missiles. And the chimpanzees just fucking launching missiles. We'd be like, yo, we got to kill those chimpanzees. They're fucking shooting at planes. They're shooting at boats. We got to kill them. Right? They're too wild.
Yeah.
They would come in and kill them, right?
See,
I bet they would do that with us.
if we were a threat, they would absolutely kill us. And the
Yeah.
fact that they haven't killed us means we're clowns.
I think they can
We're
stop
absolute clowns. Like, my brother's feeling is, and he's smarter than me and he reads much more alien stuff. I was like, yo, if they're here, why haven't they killed us? He goes, they don't care. He's like, I think they're doing research. And I'm like, all right, if they're doing research, then they're just going to let us die. And they're just going to, like, they're probably watching us on screens just laughing. Like, yo, look at these idiots. Look at these idiots.
I would imagine we're pretty funny.
They
to
can't even
watch.
drink water in Philadelphia. You know, like.
Yeah. I know, right?
It's
Isn't
like
that nuts?
Housewives for them. Like, yo, check out Housewives Philadelphia. They don't got water now. You know? You should have seen
Yeah.
what happened in East Palestine. Like, the aliens are watching us like Bravo.
Probably. I bet they're probably monitoring nuclear sites. Because one of the things that has been reported in the past, and again, you don't know if it's true or not. You don't know if you're getting, this brings us back to what we were originally talking about. You don't know if you're getting bullshitted. You don't know if it really happened. You don't know. If you weren't there and they don't have any physical evidence for you to watch or see or touch, even physical evidence you can watch, we know that could be horseshit. But most likely it's not if it comes from official channels. But, like, it doesn't mean they don't exist. Like, even if some of you think that it's nonsense, you think it's silly, that might be part of the plan. Part of the plan might be make it seem silly. That way you could just be around all the time. And people talk about it, and even the Pentagon talks about it. Nobody cares? Like, well, okay, you hit the right frequency then.
Yeah, and that means they're a much more evolved civilization than us.
Yeah, they're playing
They're playing
game.
chess.
Yeah. They recognize that we have a real susceptibility to groupthink. And we real susceptibility. And if you can trick people into thinking that UFOs are silly, oh God, what are you thinking about? Other life forms from another planet? So silly. What a great way to trick people. If you could do that and you did exist, you could make it so that talking about you carries a social consequence. So if you're in polite society, right, nowadays in 2023, you can have a conversation about UFOs because the New York Times wrote an article about it. You could say, did you see that? Did you see that article in the New York Times? Did you see the Pentagon had a discussion?
So, yo, what if Woody Allen is an alien? Because no one writes faster than this guy. He's made so many good films. He's done terrible things, and he survives, and he's among us, and it's just like, is Woody Allen an alien? Like, how did he figure out?
That might be the worst take I've ever heard from you.
Bro, but what if the exact tone, like, it's like, look at the things he's accused of doing, and he walks among us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's uncancelable.
Well, not really, because I don't know if actors are as willing to work with him anymore, and I don't know, like, what kind of distribution, like, how has that affected his films and what he does and what he's allowed to do? I don't know.
Like, his own family's come out against him, and he's still out here. Like, even Bill Cosby had to go to court, at least.
Yeah.
You know?
At least.
And he's still out. He came back outside, like...
Yeah. It's dark.
Yeah. Woody Allen as an alien is dark.
Well, I don't think he's an alien. I think he's just a flawed human being.
But the idea, what I guess I'm saying is the concept that you're saying is they're among us and they've made themselves a laughingstock and a joke so as to avert.
I don't even know if
and
necessarily they're among us. I don't know if the things that people are seeing, I don't know. I think those are probably, I'm just guessing. I shouldn't even say probably. But I think those could be drones. I think they could be super sophisticated drones that we don't understand because they've done all of this science in a way where they never made it public. It's not likely, but it is possible. It's one of those things where you're like, man, you don't know. Like if they were very clever and they started doing this at a certain point in time in history and they were almost like a movie where they had this like secret laboratory where they hired the top physicists and they gave them some fake jobs like, oh, I'm in charge of fertilizer reproduction at this, this chemical plant. Bullshit. This guy he's over there back engineering UFOs. What if they really do have some crash shit that they found in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947 and they've been trying to figure out how to back engineer that and they're getting closer.
Dude, I just want to meet Optimus Prime. Like Optimus Prime looks like the illest alien. I just hope that it's Optimus Prime. Yeah. That would be fucking sick.
I want a little tiny gray dude that could read minds. I want the traditional. I don't want the bullshit new age fucking
I want
robot.
a truck.
I don't want a truck.
Sam Witwicky.
What if it was like Woody from Toy Story? What if that's what the aliens are? They come down here, they're like, what the fuck, Woody? Woody, you're the head alien? But that's like that scene in Contact. Remember in that Jodie Foster movie? Did you ever see Contact?
Yeah, long time ago.
When the end of the movie, I believe it's her dad. It comes to her as her dad. I think the alien tells her. I'm pretty sure it's her dad, and it tells her like they're walking together. It's like this whatever we are is too much for you to handle. So I've shown myself in this form. Yeah, it's a heavy scene, dude. It's a heavy scene. It's a really good movie, man. Do you remember that movie?
Yo, I do. I haven't seen it in a while.
It was written by the original novel was by Carl Sagan, and they converted it into one of the best like alien movies of all time because it was like an intellectual, dramatic movie about contact with an alien race and how it was probably going to present itself. And it was very, very novel because, Carl Sagan was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Also, huge pothead. Carl Sagan, huge pothead.
And the movies be predicting the reality. Like
that one is
I got to watch this.
It's probably
Again.
how they would do it. If they were going to make contact with you, why would they freak you out and come looking like some fucking weird stick figure with a giant gray head?
But that was her dad, right?
Yeah.
Woody Allen.
You motherfucker, you don't want to let it go. Why are you so hanging on to this? Why are you hanging on to this, Eddie?
It's just fucking ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I love hanging on to a ridiculous point.
Maybe that's right though. But let's look at it this way. Like, what a better way to hide yourself? Like, no one's coming to him for wisdom. No one's coming to him to think how to run the world. But what if he's amongst us, just making these silly movies, but really just gathering data?
Yeah, and giving us like the deepest insights into our souls for these films. And you know why I really like Woody Allen as an alien? Because I do feel if the aliens came, they would be fucking Knicks fans. That's why.
Interesting.
Really, Woody Allen, alien.
Yeah.
The Knicks are the greatest.
If you say so.